So we got the stripper converted over to 3-phase with a phase converter. We had it 220 volt single phase, but the generators weren't doing enough inrush current for the motor. So we did a phase converter and put a 3-phase motor in it with a soft start. And we're doing tray cable. See that? And we've been playing around with it, and we figured out some of it won't cut, some of it will cut. The biggest thing is making sure your guide pinches it down. If you have too much slop at the end down here for your guide, then it allows it to kind of serpentine like that and doesn't cut. But if you got your guide dialed in to the right size and you'll do one size at a time, it flies right through. Oh, I lied. Yep, that one. See, it flew right through. Like this has got a secondary coating on the inside of the wire, so it doesn't fall off easily. Some of them do, but it's got that fiber jacket. But it cuts it right in a half moon. But if you see yourself turning into, I'll show you over here, just smashed up goodness that isn't cut through all the way. Like one side's, it's just not cut through where the hoot. Your guides are too far apart. So this is just a hair smaller than what I got my guide set up for. And it serpentines in there and it doesn't cut right. So you really got to sort your size and adjust your guides dead on, or you'll get that product right there, which is a pain in the butt. So what happens is, no, look, it's through. You don't have a tail. You can keep going. So sometimes the tail sticks out, sometimes it don't. So yeah, if there's no tail, no, whoa, hold on, he ain't got a tail. So go ahead and start it.
All right, here we go.
If you ain't got a tail, shove it through. See, there's no tail.
Here we go. I'll get a little tail.
Now you should be able to shove it through even with that little trail.
All right, try. Trial and error here, my friends. Oh,
Hit it. There you go. It's just when you have a long tail, it has a problem. So if the wire got run over by the forklift or smashed, it jams up. You got to reverse it out. But it doesn't have enough grip with the wheels. Right here. All right, So after another couple thousand pounds of this small stuff, we found that the best length is about 6 to 8 foot long on this tray cable. 4-footers is just too much start and stop, and they don't like to start and stop sometimes. We found that the adjustment handle for the gear to go up and down vibrates all over the place. So we put a bungee cord here, and that still allows me to, sometimes on something small I gotta, crank it down a hair and open it up a hair, but yet it's going back to the same where my happy medium is. So that's kind of redneck. Was working great, keeping me right where I'm at to, because I find the thing would just vibrate all the way down until I'm touching the blades in there, and just messing everything up. So that's keeping me where I want to be, but lets me do a little adjustment if I get something odd in there. Okay, so that's working out pretty good. Then we decided to do 3 sorts, actually 4 sorts. So some of this really small stuff, I don't care what I do, it just won't cut. I mean, well, it'll cut, but you'll get these little pockets of not cut. It just ain't worth the labor. So these are going in this box, and they're being sold as BDX aluminum BX, excuse me, aluminum BX. And then I've got this sort over here, which stuff that cleaned off, but it has nylon filler in it. Okay, and that's just a pain to get out. They're docking me a nickel, no big deal. And I got this sort over here, which has like hemp rope in it, which is some older stuff. So I'm sorting that out. They're gonna dock me just a little bit for it. Then over here, I've got this sort, which is 12s and 14s plus the bare ground. See that? And then it's got a little, that's just thin plastic, so they're not going to dock me. They're going to give me a higher grade because I've got that bare in there. I looked at getting it out, and for what they're paying me for leaving the bare in versus taking it out and that being a number 2, it's really not worth the labor. So, and then there's my pile of outside casing. So with the 3 sorts, and then some weird stuff, I don't know, it's not joined really, it's not linked, that's solid. And that's a different one, so it does that. And then we end up with this, which we'll put across a fan air table and clean all that up. The fan just blows that stuff right out. And then there's a little bit of copper in there, not much, but it'll come off on the table. There's a little piece there. But when it goes on the table, it comes right out. All this fluff flies right out of it. And then we end up with a really clean aluminum product. Which we're keeping it separate from the wire because it's a different alloy, so we're getting paid a little bit different than the wire. So, but that's what we've figured out so far.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.